Okay, so we're going to call this to order, this workshop of the Community Resilience Grant, and we have here to kick us off. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Daye Shin from Grossman, Maine, and here with Carol. We are a nonprofit organization based in Augusta. I think I was here in November at a select meeting, and yeah, thanks for coming to our workshop, community workshop. And please feel free to have some pizza. We have back of the room. So today we're gonna talk about the Community Resilience Partnership. Is it possible to turn off this?
All on one switch.
Oh, really? Oh. Maybe it's gonna be too dark.
You want me to try it?
Oh. Never mind.
We can see. I think you can see okay.
Oh, it's really dark. I think, yeah, you guys can leave this. Yeah. I think it should be fine. So, yeah, today we are briefly talk about the, what is the.
Can we just get you to speak up just a little?
Yeah. Community Resilience Partnership, and then we're gonna review and validate the self-evaluation forms that Raquel filled it up. And then we're gonna discuss what action we actually want to apply for this grant. So this grant, what I'm talking about, is called Community Resilience Partnership Grant, and it is recommended by Maine's 4-year climate action plan, and it is administered by the governor's office. Now it's called Maine Office of Community Affairs, MOCA, and they provide grants and direct support to municipalities to help them address local priorities for reducing carbon emissions, transitioning to clean energy, and basically becoming more resilient. So we are the service provider helping municipalities to process this grant application, so you guys can get this grant here. So enrollment process. First, we have to fill out these two evaluation forms, which we did, and we have to hold a public workshop, which is this one. So we are already on our second bullet points. And third, we have to adopt a municipal resolution after this workshop, which will be happening in hopefully February. Okay. Yeah. So this grant. So once you're enrolled into the partnership, you can apply for this community action grant. And these grants are offered every year. And these grants offer funding of up to $75,000 for municipality. And if you do joint grant application with two or more towns, then you can request up to $175,000. If this list, it has like 72 different actions, and if you can find anything that's in this list, then there is no matching required. But if you have more creative idea that you want to do for the town, then local 10% matching is required. So for examples, many towns do get heat pumps for town office, fire department, police department, and LED lights and HVAC, and they do vulnerability assessment, community-driven planning for our climate resilience. So it has to, this grant, anything you apply has to tie to climate resiliency. So emergency alert system plan and tree planting plan, wildfire protection plan, and even comp plan. I forgot, do we have updated comp plan for the town? No? Is that something you want to?
It'll eventually have to be worked on, yeah.
Yeah, so comp plan, we can also get funding for that, and local food system plan. So it is pretty broad. The grant, let's see. So this is the areas in the list of actions. So like transportation, modernize main buildings, reduce emissions, grow jobs, build healthy, resilient communities, engage main people. So all of this, anything you can think of regarding making town of Nevada more resilient, you can apply for this. So our timeline in December, we completed self-assessment forms, and in January, we are doing a community workshop, and in February, we're adopting a municipal resolution. And we assume in March, the grant period will be open, and we can submit the grant application by May, but it's tentative date for now. We're not sure exact dates. But we assume like March to May, we can write the grant application and then submit it by May or June. I think I went a little fast, but if you want to have questions. Okay, so we're gonna review some of self-evaluation forms that was drafted by myself. So, Sabatis has not assessed the likelihood of various types of hazards. Sabatis is not assessing emerging risks and identifying blind spots. So these are the things that you can think of. Oh, we haven't done this yet, but to make our town more resilient, what can we do? Do we need a community vulnerability assessment? Or do we need some kind of community plan to, like resilience plan or emergency plan, disaster recovery plan for the town? So trying to brainstorm the ideas, what we can apply for this grant. And Sabatis doesn't have flexible human capacity that can be drawn on in emergencies. Sabatis is not tracking underlying characteristics and trends that increase vulnerability. Sabatis has a financial resource in reserve. It's called health resource, or is it just a
It's healthy.
to cope with or absorb shocks? And doesn't have policies currently in place to build back smarter or recover with resilience after a disruptive event. Doesn't have resources to sustain new capacity when needed. Sabatis doesn't have a policy for managing uncertainty. So I can see many planning can be happening in the town. And for a list of community actions, I showed you these are the 8 different areas. And then Raquel mentioned that these 2 actions are already completed in the town. So you have an ordinance to enforce the feedback and support regular professional development training for code enforcement officers. And these are in progress. So increase public transit ridership. So is it like an ordinance that you guys are working on?
No, we're working with Western Main Transportation
Um,
to try to get a bus route this way.
plus. And VCOM, so this town building.
This one is.
No.
No?
No.
I thought it was.
So non-government.
Are you guys not here, right?
Right,
Like-
yeah, well, that's what I thought.
And we have some LED lights.
Some,
Do you want more LED lights? Then we can apply for this grant. And develop and implement programs to lower barriers for consumers to access local foods. So it sounds like you guys have a farmer's market.
oh, no.
We have one. We have a couple of local farms, like Jilson's and Willow's Orchard on Route 9, and Castangue's. I got some duck eggs. You get.
Southbound Farm.
Yeah,
South
or
Street.
thinking of, or no, in Williams Road. So we have a few that it's like, they do more of like orders or, roadside stands or things like that. The Baptist church, the pastor, help me, help me,
Stewart.
yeah, would like,
Yes.
wants to get one going again. So I have a book of information for whenever he's ready. To do so.
So, yeah, in progress.
We did it for a couple of years and then I have some other things to do with my life, so, so. It did okay, I did better on a Sunday than I did on a Saturday. So,
So there are some actions that you can look into it, to help with that, like, I'm pretty sure I saw like farmers market, something. I think farmers market planning, so this grant can help you plan to get there,
yeah,
to have a farmers market event. Yeah, that's one thing that you can think of. And another one, improve and protect drinking water, wastewater treatment and stormwater facilities. So can I hear more about this infrastructure, what is going on?
Not from me.
I think that some of that is in our public works, and then I think that like our, water treatment is,
Sanitary department.
yeah,
And we are involved in the stormwater program because of our location.
Any funding needs in those?
We can always use something. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so that's one thing. Adopt a policy that prioritizes green infrastructure, so that's related to the stormwater programs. Yeah, so these were the ones that were in progress, and many of them, like I said, there are 72 actions. So except these two, these three, these two. So except 8, it was all marked no for the town of Cervantes. So if there is anything that you now wanna work on, then that's also another way to think about like, oh, what can we get for this grant? And anyone curious, I have more texts here, so if anyone wants
You got
to.
anything to improve cemeteries, old cemeteries on there? Just curious. Don't ask, I'll never know.
Yeah, is it flooding?
There's one that does get a lot of water,
Yeah.
and a lot of the stones are sunken in the ground real deep. Saying,
It has to tie somehow to resiliency, like climate change involved or like extreme weather. That's why we asked for,
The list is very specific.
yeah.
Yeah.
thank you.
The fonts are pretty small.
I have one. I already have one. I didn't know. You don't have one?
It would be something that assess suitability of privately owned brownfield and distributed contaminated sites for clean energy products. Can we do something with that?
And now it's your turn to brainstorm. So I thought,
We have an old mill site, like right in our, village area, and so like it's a brownfield site. And the pastor wanted to kind of use that to have a farmer's market and things on, because currently we just mow it.
and you just saw,
Yeah, on, strategy D1 is, access and suitability of privately owned brownfield and distributed contaminated sites for clean energy projects and encourage adaptive reuse or deconstruction and product development. That would be great. Yeah. Right?
so there is one idea.
Instead of LED lights.
B1. So that
And D3 is develop economic development plans that encourage and support the creation of new business that promote clean and efficient energy industry. And then can we do anything with this in the school? We can?
Well, that, if the town chooses to keep this.
Right.
B3, perform building envelope weatherization improvements for publicly or private government-owned building. The public works.
Oh, absolutely, yep.
What's wrong with it?
So-
What does it mean?
It has no insulation, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
heat costs. Crazy.
And then do you need to do anything with the fire department, or is that gonna be under that other grant?
You can always use money there too.
Both-
I was gonna say, you could
both-
always, you get to choose that, like in how you write it.
Yeah.
Well, can you double dip those? If you're gonna get reimbursed for that through the other grant, I don't know that,
No.
Right.
You can't have two grants.
yeah.
For
With
one
the same grant.
entity.
Right.
Right.
So the, I think fire department is off the table in that.
Yeah.
I actually like your idea about that mill site.
Yeah, me
What about
too.
the other
Yeah.
building? Like, so if that's just to repair one building, the 2 million, could you use money for the other building, put like a bathroom and stuff over there?
Where on?
What's
Crowley Road.
Oh. Have you had eyes on Crowley Road at all?
Not recently.
I've been by it once.
Well, no, I think we're talking about the fire department, and I think it'd be good for her to see inside it.
What did you see the other update?
Any other ideas?
All fields fall under any of that stuff.
If it was.
All fields, recreation fields.
Recreation skills? So current recreation skills? You wanna improve it?
Yeah.
We're gonna think how to
Word,
hide.
you tied in?
Do you have a paper? There's all kinds, you go down through the list, you're gonna have all kinds of them. Yeah. So F25 is established a peer-to-peer program for checking on vulnerable community members during extreme heat or cold. The mosquito one, F26. We got mosquitoes.
It's gonna last, what, 1 year? We're gonna toss on the mosquito.
Is there a reason we would wanna consider doing a heat pump? Some of these buildings.
When this was first brought up, the community had stated that. That was one of the big things.
It's usually
A heat pump from this building.
A7, community, A8, complete streets policy.
You guys had a discussion about complete streets policy in the town?
You had that?
No.
Oh, we have not had that.
Oh, we're talking about Ballpark Road, like kids leave the school and they walk down there and walk down to Rusty's.
Yeah.
Like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, they like, and that's with like pickup and all the traffic and.
There are no
And-
sidewalks.
So we have a, yeah, no sidewalk, and then we have a crosswalk there, with a cone.
Yeah, so to make it safe, that's related to complete streets policy, so yeah, that's definitely.
And I think like in the village area too, like a lot of the sidewalks are falling apart, or there should be some where there's not some.
But we're not doing much with that until they're paving up the road, so we're not looking at that
We've
right
been
now.
hearing that
Well,
for
how long
4
was the
years.
first one? What's that?
We've been hearing that for 4 years. The state's gonna fix the road.
Well, I'm just saying, the reason why we're not fixing them right now, we want to fix them, but there's no sense of doing it right now. So,
I'm sorry, can
I'd
you
rather do the
refresh
school one.
my memory? Is this a matching grant?
No, so if you can find anything in this list, no matching required, but outside of this list, 10%.
Okay, so if we apply, do we have to apply for just one thing, or are we I hear a lot of brainstorming and it just feels like maybe we need to focus our energies unless we're going to put together a request for 25 different things
Yeah.
and hopes that they're going to give us some of them, all of them. Is it an all or nothing? How does that work?
Yeah, so grants are offered every year and you can apply every year. So if you have any ideas that you really like and there are 2 or 3, then maybe we can like say, is it this year?
So we need to focus on one.
For
this
this,
year.
yeah, for this round, yeah, it will be one. But they require the community members to like brainstorm before we decide on one topic. So you're brainstorming, but at the end of the workshop today or later, we will have this one. Okay.
Oh, perfect. So it's one and then next year it can be another.
Yeah.
Good question.
Can I complete this part?
Yeah.
If you find 2 activities, 2 actions that are like linked, that actually like these belong together.
Yeah.
Then you can, as long as it makes sense from a, let's say, holistic point of view, it's like, it's in like the broader 2 activities are within a broader project.
Yeah.
Then you can argue that that's one project, even though it's 2 different actions.
Okay,
So
perfect.
It's possible, it just has to make sense.
Thank you for that.
I don't know like how many residents own like EV vehicles, but there's quite a few things in that pay section around that too.
Does the town have any EV stations now? Is that like something
I think there's bigger fish to fry, honestly.
Yeah. I think the crosswalk for the kids is huge and then maybe some for the fire department, the installation.
Public works.
Yeah, public works, sorry. I was thinking the fire right now.
I have a question. Would the funds be able to be used as match funds for another grant?
Yeah.
So that possibly could cover the difference of the main DOT grant to get the sidewalks taken care of. So that might be.
Here's a question for you. Do you know if that grant would be okay with matching with another grant though?
That's what it is. It's just a match. It's just funds.
So
So
you're-
if you're
right.
getting funds, the town of Sabatis puts up that money. And if you're allowed to use this money as match funds for something else.
I know Parks and Rec cannot do that, so I would have to. we would
That's
have to-
why I asked
Yeah,
the
we would have to look
question.
into it.
If anyone here would know about that.
In the description of what it says.
They usually like to see that happening. So if you can do more things to match with other funds, then you would like to see.
Yeah, but what she's saying is if you give us $10,000 to do a crosswalk, and we're getting $10,000 from the state to do a crosswalk, but we have to contribute $10,000 to get the $10,000 from the state, she's suggesting that we use your $10,000 as our contribution, and then we use the state's $10,000, so we actually don't contribute anything. I'm not sure that is a legitimate.
So I think it would be more, but you'd have to look at the description and
Need to add, especially like if it's like different phases to the project that you do with DP, like usually there's like a design phase or a engineering phase or whatever. So the planning part of the project, I know the DP both have infrastructure from before. But so I don't know what project specific you're talking about, but that would be one way to present the project.
I know there is a lot of heat loss down at the public works. Do you have any numbers? Have they done anything to?
It wasn't put in the budget this year. They were supposed to put insulation up and then metal siding over that, and it wasn't put in the budget, so no, they've got nothing. Yeah, Tony didn't end up putting it in the budget.
I think that one's really important,
I think that's very important, yes.
because it could save us
Absolutely.
long term.
Yes. I think that's huge. between that and the crosswalks is where I stand.
The other thing I was wondering about, and maybe Corey can add to this. I'm wondering if we have an emergency situation and we have to have some kind of emergency response, whatever. I don't know that yes, we have a policy, right? But when you go to act on a policy, it's very different than just having a policy. And if there is some type of emergency communication system or process that we need to define and invest in to better position ourselves for something that might come up, and then execute tests of some type to ensure that that process works.
And so, I mean, really having a good system in place. Do we have a system, and what should that system be that can work the best for our community? So what type of, so it's kind of along the lines of emergency alert system. What kind of emergency alert system? So, yeah. And is there a definition for emergency alert system, or is it the official? Because we do have an official emergency alert system, which is fed by iPods. That comes from the federal government. But local, that's usually done at the state level. Right? But I wonder if there's more of a definition that can tell us what we can use for. Is emergency alert system being used in a vague sense or in the official EAS sense?
For this grant, they wouldn't fund the system itself, but they fund for planning aspect. So if you are like trying to plan for, plan to improve the emergency response system, then they fund the planning.
Okay, so it's for planning, not for actual execution.
Does the town actually have a place where, let's say the natural disaster happens, is there a place where people have to go? Does the town even have that?
I think it's supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's here.
We have evacuation route signs in town.
Well, where would they go? Is there buildings in town?
Yes.
Here,
Here,
Is it?
this is it. You're looking at it.
You better hope not too many of them survive.
I actually do like A6, Alpha 6, that one. I'm kind of drawn to that one.
What is it, A6?
A6, and that is fund nationally accredited NFPA training and educational opportunities for local first responders to be prepared to safely handle fires involving EV batteries. EVs are on the rise, and you treat an EV fire way different than a regular vehicle fire. It takes an immense amount of water to put out those kind of fires. So you see Teslas and all sorts of other EVs everywhere. So
No, I wanna ask you a question when you're done, so I don't
okay.
forget.
So just, I think having that training keeps the fire department ahead of the curve with modernization of vehicles. So I think that's something that can be checked off their list and giving them additional training.
So with that being said, isn't that something that maybe the chief should look into and not just be on their training? You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of using the grant for something that we really need, like Public Works, this is probably the 5th year in a row I have heard how cold that building is and how much heat we're wasting. I think that's great, and I think that that is something we should look into for a fire department.
As like a supplemental, get the lower priority, but maybe look at it on the list. But
Yes,
if
maybe
we've got money left from it,
for their trainings, yes.
Right.
But that's a good
I would
thing.
agree. Don't have it as a number one priority, but have it.
Just so we remember that.
Didn't we have
If you
training
write
on
down somewhere
EV
that we
batteries?
talk to Nick about a training, if guys are doing
Honda
trainings that they
first
should
one that came
do.
out. Prius has changed so much.
Sometimes we take training, it's just 80 hours.
So I don't know, I'm just saying, we did it years ago,
That'd be really
and I would assume that we are keeping
I
up
have
with that.
follow-up on the DOT. So it says acceptable local match sources. For all projects requiring an agreement with the municipality must appropriate funds that they have received either through taxes or other non-state or non-federal sources for their share. So
That would not
this,
apply, because this is a
this
state
is a
grant.
state grant.
There's pizza if you'd like any. Help yourself, there's a lot of it.
This is way better than the meetings already.
It's not a normal, don't get used to it.
Could be.
It should be.
Great idea. So, do you think we can make a decision at this workshop, or what is your another?
Yeah, I think B3 was the one, right, Nancy? Perform building envelope weatherization improvements for public or tribal government-owned buildings.
Yes.
And then maybe B4 too is upgrade to energy efficient appliances in public owned buildings.
Those two we can put together, right? These systems.
Energy efficient, is that where you put the heat pump?
Yeah, if it would work.
Heat pump is B5.
Yeah.
B5.
So what are you thinking on B4 then, Laura? Is there something specific you're thinking?
I think, I don't know what they have for appliances over there now. Do you know what I mean? Like how old is their current heat source?
I don't know how old's the building. I'll bet you.
So
it's
how old
probably
the
newer.
building is.
No, they changed
It's
from,
newer.
yeah,
Because
they
they use
changed from the
waste oil,
waste oil furnace to a regular furnace.
That was about 3 years
and
ago,
they use some propane.
if I remember correctly.
I think the insulation of that building is the huge one.
So B3 and B5?
B3 and
B3 for public works and B5 for town office? Does, the transfer station need a heat pump or the fire department has their own grant, so that touches all of them, right? Yeah.
I honestly think insulating that town garage is gonna take on the
Yeah.
money anyway, because that was, when I saw estimates, that was a huge price tag.
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Was there any interest in joining 3 other groups to get the 175,000 or not?
I missed that part. I ran upstairs.
Well, when you combine with other towns to do something, then there's more money available, but you wouldn't be looking at insulating or anything like that. At that point, you'd be looking at some of the environmental, I think,
Yeah.
things.
Like a trail system or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's connected to the other towns.
I mean, that would be great, but right now I think we have bigger fish to
Right.
fry.
I think maybe in the future.
George?
Can we add that to can we add that maybe to next year, like a walking path or trail or Richmond or something with like Wales or even Litchfield or?
Yeah, that would be.
Well, I think it would, well, you wouldn't need to be, if we're doing something like that, don't you need to border the towns?
Lisbon.
Litchfield?
Yes.
Well, technically through Wales.
No. This board is.
It may not, it could be a beautiful trail.
Oh, Waterman's.
Could be.
There's grant money too for Parks and Rec. I don't know if you fall under that, but there is for trails and all of that stuff. So there is grant money out there for
The
that.
only town property that was suggested was the reservoir property, which is like this.
Oh, no.
Town doesn't have any other property. Except for the old one,
No,
mill.
I don't know. That was another good place to spend that $100 is there. to try to do
Yes.
that.
You do.
What do you think of that, Nancy?
Tax supply.
The mill site?
Check the list.
For next year?
The town has
You
tax
can't put
supply
it on,
property.
it's not gonna fit into the.
Not at this one.
Doesn't
I have no problem with it for next year.
100 yards.
Because something's gotta be done down there as well.
Or a brownfield site?
For this
We
round,
need
it's gonna be B3 and B5.
Yes.
And
George?
so to take this idea forward, we have to write a grant application. So who wants to be involved? To
Oh,
actually
look at all the
write
hands.
My title.
Ooh, can I get your code, Corey?
Corey, C-O-R-Y. G-O-L-O-B.
Irish.
GOLOB?
O-B.
Okay. So only Corey?
People
That's all you need.
That's
You
good.
it.
I mean, I'm willing to help. I don't know how much help I will be.
So, yeah, I will be meeting with you guys maybe bi-monthly, starting in March. Yeah, once the application is out, and we'll be actually writing the application, but it is pretty straightforward, so, I think with you too.
Am I just assumed?
Yes.
When you ask
Yes, then,
that? Okay.
And if you weren't, you are now.
Yeah.
and I'll get your email, I think your emails are on the website.
Yes.
Yeah.
As part of that application, do you need numbers of estimated cost?
Yes, yeah. So we have to ask the vendor or consultant, any cost that's involved, yeah, we will have to put it in the application.
I've seen that somewhere for
Well,
the insulation.
right. As well as what the savings potentially might be?
Oh, yes, that's really helpful to show in the application. So, are you also helping?
I'm helping, here I'm helping.
Oh, that's it?
This is my help.
Okay. So, it's a secret helper.
Yeah.
Still right there.
George Merrill, you got it?
Okay.
I think you would just volunteer.
I think so.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have talked that
I
one
know.
time, George.
When I don't show up, I get wrangled, and when I show up, I get wrangled.
But if you wouldn't have talked, you would have been fine.
That's very hard.
Me too, so I get it.
That was our workshop
Let's have
today,
pizza.
and I know you guys have a meeting at 6:30.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think my dog's getting picked up. Do I have a minute? Yes. I was gonna bring him in, but there's pizza. He's going
So which one?
blind.